Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. I am currently uploading a video on Usman saying, my reaction on Usman saying he wouldn't love to fight Islam. It's coming up really soon, probably before this one, obviously, because I'm making this one. Toron, this is for you. Hopefully I get a chance to tag you this. If I can, I'm going to tag you because you asked my opinion on this video a few days ago while I was doing the spicy noodle challenge. And I took some notes on my index cards on both fighters. I'm going to make a case and scenario on how Cannonier wins this fight. Then I'll make one for MVP. And then I'll actually give you my actual prediction, if that's cool with you. I'm doing this for you because you've been on my channel for a while now. I feel like I should do it, you know. Yes, so Cannonier, he is 18-8. He does have 11 wins by knockout. He has 2 submission wins also. He's got 13 finishes altogether. He's been knocked out 3 times. But I will say, the one fight that he lost to Imavov or whatever his name was, I believe that was a bad stoppage. I get he was hurt in the fight, and I get there was a chance it could lead to something worse, and I understand that. But clearly he was, you know, able. I feel like if he had a chance to a little bit longer to actually hit back, he would have. And that's just my opinion, you know, but it is what it is. He's a really good fighter. He's actually in his 40s, I believe. Or actually is 40. And or late 30s, I can't remember, I'm sorry. He does have fight of the night. He's done it 3 times, and actually all 3 of those times since the Izzy fight. So he's actually increased his value, in my opinion. You know, because before that, nobody really knew much about him unless you're a hardcore MMA fan like myself. I'm a big fan of MMA. Even though I'm not like MMA guru or anything like that, he's a lot better at this than I am. This guy also has 4 performance of the night bonuses. Let's see. He does have notable wins over Marvin Vettori. He has knocked out Derek Brunson, who fought in the UFC at one point and was really successful himself. He does have a win over Gastelum, who does have a fight in the Hall of Fame, I believe, with Izzy. And he has TKO'd Anderson Silva. He has wins over 2 former UFC champions, Anderson Silva and Sean Strickland, actually. So that's really important to know. He's lost to Izzy. He has lost to Whitaker. Dominic Reyes when he was at light heavyweight. Blachowicz, who was at light heavyweight. And he lost to Glover Teixeira. All former world champions or famous fighters who he's lost to. I notice he does have a good clinch game. He does wrestle really, really well when he wants to. He's a heavy hitter. My only problem with Cannonier is he tends to get hit too much. I feel like if he's going to fight MVP, he needs to make this a boring fight. He needs to clinch MVP, put him against the cage like he has done with certain fighters, and actually take him to the ground and neutralize his striking. I don't feel like he has any business standing in the middle of the cage with someone like MVP, knowing that MVP's got a lot of knockouts in his career. Now, granted, I'm not saying he can't strike with him. I think he could if he had to. He'd be fine. In a back-and-forth fight, it might actually favor him a little bit because MVP has been knocked out before. But I would say strategically, in terms of his chances to actually win the fight, he needs to grapple. He needs to do what Ian did and just take him down, wrestle with him, make it a wrestling match, and make everything in his favor. So if he were to beat MVP, I see 2 scenarios of him beating MVP. He gets into a back-and-forth brawl. MVP has him hurt, and then he comes up out of nowhere when you think he's out and just hits him. You ever seen, I think it was Pat Barry and Czech Congo fight. Pat Barry had Czech Congo knocked out, and then out of nowhere, Congo comes up and whoom, knocks him unconscious. I see something like that could happen. Or I could see where Cannonier uses his wrestling more, utilizes ground and pound, the clinch games where he neutralizes MVP's leg kicks, body kicks, knees, like he likes to use in his fights, and makes it a boring fight where the fans don't care to see it. And gets a decision, or actually maybe even a submission. He's actually fought at the highest level of competition, unlike MVP. I mean, no offense to Bellator, but anytime we've had a history of Bellator champions trying to fight UFC champions or UFC fighters in this case, they usually don't do very well. So if he were to win a decision, a boring decision, or a knockout when he's getting hurt and comes up out of nowhere and knocks out Lima, or not Lima. Speaking of Lima, look how Lima knocked out Venom a few years ago. Venom had his hands down, he swung and he missed, and he happened to get caught. I could see that happening too.